If you're thinking about relocating to the Raleigh, North Carolina area, you have to watch this video first, especially if you're not sure which area is for you. There are 3 towns just outside of Raleigh that most people who are searching here completely overlook. And one of them might be the smartest real estate decision in the metro area right now. I relocated from the West Coast to Raleigh, North Carolina. And like you, I had certain ideas of where I wanted to live. The location, the budget, the vibe. But as I started looking around, driving around, and consulting with people in the area, our impressions of where we needed to live changed. There are some hotspot areas that everybody notices right away. So today we're covering 3 towns near the Raleigh, North Carolina area that you may think about moving to. We're going to tell you why each one deserves your attention and some of the not so great stuff. I'm going to show you what makes these places of value to you, also the not so fun side of the story. Where is the growth happening? What are the budgets if I want to buy and move into these areas? And what's the proximity to some of the other areas that you might be interested in, like downtown Raleigh, Cary, Research Triangle Park. I'm also going to give you my pick for what I think is the best value in the area right now in the metro area. 2026 is such a big time for this area. Let's get right into it. Right now, Fuquay Varina still feels early. And I say that with all kindness because that's actually the advantage here. Most buyers won't consider this town until it's already expensive. There's a lot of growth happening here. Don't miss this town if you want some space, 2 great downtown areas, and you're also not in a rush to be 10 minutes from the city. Fuquay Varina is really 2 towns that merge together as one that give you twice the bang for your buck when it comes to downtown areas and fun social district. I'll show you what I mean, and I'm not talking about a strip mall with just a Chick-fil-A in it. They're actually downtown areas that have some culture, great breweries, ice cream, custom-made ice cream, places to shop, places to throw hatchets, places to get a drink and get some food and restaurants. Fuquay Varina sits about 18 miles southwest of Raleigh. Now, before you check out and stop watching because of that distance, keep in mind this is a growth opportunity town that will save you money off of the areas that are closer to central Raleigh, central Cary, and the Triangle. One of the first big things that you'll see with Fuquay Varina is that it's 2 towns that merged into one and basically has 2 downtowns that merged into one. Both of those downtowns have what's called social district. Social district is basically during the summer, they will close off the streets. You're able to get an adult beverage and travel from one restaurant or one bar, one location to the other without having to worry about your drink. You can just have your drink with you. A lot of people love this because here in the South it gets hot. They want to go out and have a cold beer or cocktail, and they want to be able to get out and see people and talk. And that's one of the big deals with these smaller towns outside of Raleigh. People are really super friendly. It's a big, big deal down here. Pay attention to this next detail because this is something that a lot of buyers ignore. Fuquay Varina has been one of the fastest growing areas in the Wake County and Harnett County areas for years. When you look at what's coming, like new retail corridors, Target opened up down there, McWally's, some really big name stores, it's easy to see why this is growing into a small metropolitan area that will be in demand in the years to come. Now, a lot of people ask, where is the value, Chris? Where am I going to get a house that's going to be worth more in years to come? Well, here's an indicator you need to look at. Aviator Brewing just opened up a 40,000 square foot facility. The Aviator Brewery is beautiful. Aviator kind of owns half of the Varina downtown, if we're honest. They still have a smokehouse where the barbecue is served. They still have a pizzeria and a tap room, in addition to this 40,000 square foot facility, which includes outdoor dining seating areas, a large tap room with beautiful sports screens. I mean, it's the place to go if you're going to follow your favorite sports in the area. Also, they brought in an old airplane fuselage, and you can open up and get inside the airplane and actually have drinks in there or have food. So they're kind of making a one-stop shop for people. You can't go to Fuquay and miss the Aviator Brewing facility. It also has a really cool venue for music, which is going to be incredible for summer 2026 and future summers for sure. store. When you see a company that's something like a brewery, obviously they're very successful, but they're investing in this town. 40,000 square feet. They bought a whole city block to expand their business. They are investing in Fuquay-Varina. Target is here. Costco is a little short drive away. It's really about 10-15 minutes. And yeah, that's not right in the downtown, but it's not far enough away to really distract you. Target's there, Walmart's there, Home Depot's there. There's plenty of grocery shopping, Aldi if you're into discount groceries. And all of these things are with just about a 25-minute commute to downtown Raleigh. It's really about a 30-40 commute up to the Research Triangle. Would you move there if you're working in Research Triangle Park? Probably not. It's a little bit long of a commute unless you're used to that, unless you want the commute and you're like, that's okay, I want the value down there. Coming up, and you don't want to miss it, we're going to show you the home values in these areas so you can get a mental picture of which areas cost what amount and maybe which ones will work or not work for you. And hey, if you don't want to commute away from Raleigh or you don't want to commute too far away from Research Triangle Park, these areas may not be for you. But if you still like a little bit of small town, you're willing to deal with a little traffic because there's more people moving into these areas, got your amenities, you've got some space, you still have walkable downtowns, Fuquay-Varina is an amazing selection. I will tell you that between Fuquay-Varina and downtown Raleigh, massive builders like Pulte Homes, D.R. Horton, Mungo Homes, they're all building large developments in this area. And again, these are indicators for what's happening in the area. Future growth and future home value for the day you maybe might move out of the area are something that a lot of buyers are keeping in mind. Well, when you see these indicators like Aviator Brewing, Target, massive developments happening, those things tell you that this area is not going to slow down. Now, for those of you in the luxury department, don't worry, we've got you covered. You can buy acreage, you can buy a larger 4,000, 5,000 square foot home under $1 million in the Fuquay-Varina area. Now, if you compare that to other areas, especially hotspots, New York, LA, Denver, these places, you can't buy that kind of property anymore for this price. Will it continue to go up? Yes, it will. Now, it's not exponentially kind of like it was in the COVID years, but over time you will see growth in value. So let's jump right over to the map, and I want to show you some different things to know about the area. How far is it from Raleigh? Obviously, you're seeing the map here. All of this here is Fuquay-Varina area. I'm gonna circle my little mouse blows up there. So it reaches all the way up to 540, which is the big toll highway that goes around Raleigh. Most of you know that by now. I personally love the 540. I call it the 540 because I'm not from here. I love 540 because it is mostly not very crowded. I mean, you jump on there, most people are going a couple of exits and it's really quite empty. This is the top of Fuquay-Varina here. Here's the main portion downtown and surrounding areas where a lot of people are living. And I want to be sure to point out, first of all, the distance from Raleigh, and we've talked about this before, but it is about 18 miles from Fuquay-Varina, central Fuquay-Varina to Raleigh. Now, if you're here at 540, that amount is cut almost in half. It's about 10 miles or less. But as you can see, you have some big inroads in and out of Fuquay-Varina area, 55 here, and 401, which goes straight up into the heart of Raleigh. So there is those two main highways, I would say, 55 being about 2 lanes on each side with exit lanes. We have some video of that. 401 being like that as well. And when it comes to commuting, 540, as I said, is going to be a big part of that. If you're going up to the Triangle area, which is up here, right? You're going to get on 540 and take it around to get up to there. So that makes things really convenient, and it takes you all the way around Apex, Cary, Morrisville, so you don't get stuck in that traffic. If you're headed up to Raleigh, central Raleigh, most likely you're going up 401. If you're headed up into central Raleigh, most likely you're going up 401, straight into the heart of Raleigh. If you need to commute around, let's say to Wake Forest or over here in Zebulon, Wilson, whatever it may be, you're getting on 42, you're probably getting on 540, and then you're getting on you're taking 42 or 95 out there to Wilson up to Zebulon. You can see the belt line that goes around Fuquay-Varina. It's called Judd Parkway. Down here, guys, this is actually Harnett County. So up here is Wake County and down here is Harnett County. Two different school systems. So you're gonna wanna look up for your kids which school system you prefer, and does it matter? And I'll tell you, as far as value goes, you are gonna pay a little less down here. You can still buy a 3,000 square foot, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, with a yard, probably on septic and or well, with some space, as I said, 2-car garage for under $450 down here in this area. And you're not far, you're only about 10 minutes to get into Central Fuquay, Target, Walmart, all the shopping you could want, Harris Teeter, Aldi, all of that is right there. Really pretty quick drive. So there is still value down here. Now, if you're someone who's like, I just can't be that far from Research Triangle, or my job's there, or Raleigh, I need to be in Raleigh more often, then this area won't work for you. All right, so who is Fuquay-Varina really for? Well, as we mentioned, if you're working in this area around here, or maybe you're working up in Apex, Cary, Raleigh, the commute is not going to kill you. It's not going to be that bad. If you're working in Research Triangle, you need to seriously consider if this will work. It's probably a 40-minute commute, depending on when you go. And obviously, if you're going any of these other parts around North Raleigh, it's going to take a longer time. What's great is that the infrastructure is building, and this is key. Don't miss this. The infrastructure is building to bring more people into the area. Okay, let's draw the lines here. They're coming in this way. They're coming in this way. And they're coming in from the 540. So Fuquay-Varina is becoming quickly a location you can commute out of. You can save money and buy there, and you can commute out of Fuquay-Varina, so you can enjoy a lot of the amenities. Now, the locals down there are still very friendly with people. They're not crazy that the area is blowing up and expanding, but that's just inevitable in all of the Raleigh, North Carolina Triangle area. Expansion is happening, and that's why people are moving here. The statistic is about 100 people a day are moving to the Raleigh, North Carolina area. So as you can see, infrastructure and structure is happening to the point where it's becoming a hot spot. It's becoming an area that people call me, and they wanna live in North Fuquay. They wanna be able to get the access out of there very quickly, this direction, right, and this direction. And they don't necessarily want to be in South Fuquay. So we talk through this with our clients. That's why it's important to find out the area that you're looking at. Is it really going to be all that you want it to or need it to be? So some of the hot spots you're going to hear about when you start looking are Bentwins, Ballantyne. You're also going to hear about Sunset Lake Road, which runs right straight down into Fuquay. And all of these areas are a different mix for different people. Might appeal to you if you're looking for a little neighborhood that's developed in the last 20 years. These areas over here are excellent. And then way over here on the west side, almost to Wilburn, they are developing all of these areas near Cully Farms. And as you can see, what happens is they annex areas. I mean, look at this little Pine Ridge Estates. They've got one street that was annexed and taken over by Fuquay-Varina. Now, obviously there's a tax there. And so if you're going to be looking at things like property taxes, then you want to check that out ahead of time. This is what we do with clients. We take the time, listen to your needs, find out what's going to work for you, and place you in an area that will work for your lifestyle. Holly Springs is right up the road. We have other videos about Holly Springs if you want to check those out on our channel. At the end of this, I'm going to give you a playlist that will bring you all the videos to watch before you move. And I recommend getting into that, and we can meet each other over there and talk about more of the things to think about, so that this channel really prepares you for being able to make the move to the right area. A lot of people ask about how the equity growth is going to be in this area. Will my house go up in value? So to be frank, this area up here, Cary, downtown Raleigh, maybe the Apex area, those areas are increasing a little bit more than some of the outskirts here. But if you're looking to move for a 5 to 10 year period, you're not really bouncing around very much, Fuquay-Varina is a good investment. And as I said, when the money is going into an area like Aviator Brewing, Target, so with these companies coming in, that's an indicator of growth in this area that's expected by companies that know what they're doing. Check out this next area, which might be a hidden gem that gets you a lot closer to the action. So maybe you thought Fuquay-Varina was a strong option, but you're like, hey, Chris, it's kind of far from everything. I don't want to be that far out. This next one's going to solve that problem for you. And I'm going to tell you the truth about Garner. A lot of people have a misconception about it. I want to clear that up for you in just a couple minutes. So stick with me. The problem is being close to Raleigh, but not paying Raleigh prices. A townhouse inside the beltline of Raleigh downtown could run you $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. Those are Southern California prices. I should know, I used to live there. But Garner solves that problem and cuts that price by more than half. So what makes Garner different is that once you jump on 70 and you head straight to the heart of downtown Raleigh, you'll be downtown before you finish your coffee. Now, does that make it a suburb? Yeah, in a sense, but it's so well connected that you almost feel like there's just a little space between and you're in downtown. You need to be near the action, but you also want a little bit of space. This kind of checks both of those off the list. When most people do their search from out of state, everything looks pretty close on the map. Fuquay-Varina seems pretty equidistant to a lot of other towns. Apex and Cary, you think, well, that's just another town outside of Raleigh. No, it's not. Cary is completely overgrown and blown out. You're going to find a resale property there if you have to move to Cary, and you're going to pay a price for it. It's a premium price in the Cary area. As soon as you start going outside of those areas, you start saving money on the properties. Now, I'm not here just to tell you about saving money. You also can get more space and a larger home for the same amount of money closer to the city. Garner solves this problem if you're still needing to be close to the Raleigh area. When it comes to a commute to the airport, RDU, or Research Triangle Park, Garner's probably going to be a little bit closer, and you have access to those main highways that go around Raleigh to be able to get there quicker, especially quicker than Fuquay and quicker than the next town we're going to talk about. So does it add a little time? Is it as close as Cary? No, of course not, but there's a reason that there's a premium price in those areas. Garner isn't a hidden gem like the next town we're going to talk about. It's an established community with a real infrastructure. It has good schools in Wake County, and it has major corridors and retail shops along those corridors. The population has grown steadily as Raleigh has expanded. Here's what's interesting with what's happening in Garner. The expansion has continued to happen. Businesses have continued to move into Garner. As the pricing gets higher in Raleigh, they come straight down to Garner. In a second, we'll show you where it is on the map, and you can understand proximity for anywhere you might need to commute to. But what this means in reality is Garner has been absorbing this movement. It's been expanding for businesses and for homeowners and taking all of that in stride. Now, there are areas of Garner that I would not recommend moving into because I don't feel like the areas have come up to the value of the other areas. But you are in a Wake County school system. You are close proximity to all the shopping. And if you choose the right neighborhood, you're going to enjoy a beautiful area with trees and space and land, or an investment property that might even be a good return on investment way down in the 300,000 range. And all of those make Garner a really important town to check out if you're moving to the area. Just a second, I'm going to dispel a couple of myths for you that you might have heard about Garner. So this is what a lot of people look for when they're looking at an area. They want to know that infrastructure is coming in, investors are investing in the area, businesses are building in the area. Garner is in a building phase for sure. Here's the myth that I want to disprove for you. Garner has a reputation for being a little bit run down in areas and a little bit behind in areas, and also having some rough areas. Let's be honest about any town or any city. They all have rough areas. And Garner, if you pick the right neighborhood, is going to give you a beautiful neighborhood with a nice big lot, neighbors who love you, and access to all the amenities, including pharmacies and shopping and all the stuff, groceries, all of it right there. And you have a diversity of culture in the area. So I believe the reputation of Garner is actually changing. And it might have been a certain way where it was kind of that extra area that flooded out, overflow from downtown Raleigh or something like that, but it's not that anymore. And being somebody who came in from the outside, I find Garner to be nice. I find there to be a lot of really great areas there, and I know the town is taking really good care of it. Here's another thing that you might want to consider if you're looking at Garner. The downtown area is not really that great. Compared to Fuquay or Apex, it doesn't have quite the culture and kind of the build-up and the nicer shops that you might be looking for. Now, it's coming along, but if you go there today, you're going to see a few shops are closed and some areas where you can look at recreation areas, you can get on a little train down there and some other things in the area, but it's not kind of expanded and as beautiful as, say, downtown Varina or downtown Apex or downtown Gary. So who's it really for? Well, it's for people who still want to buy a house around $400,000, or they want to buy an investment around $300,000. They want to be in a nice area, a safe area. They want to be in a good school district and a good county for resale value. That's who Garner is for. And it's worth checking out, especially if you want to or need to be close to downtown Raleigh. Let's jump over to the map real quick and talk about location for Garner. So first of all, down here is Fuquay Varina, which we just talked about. As you can see, it's further from Raleigh than this Garner area. And Garner's pretty well spread out. Fuquay Varina also has access up to US 1, which goes directly into Raleigh. Garner, however, as we zoom in, has 70, which 70 will take you straight up into the heart of Raleigh as well. Now, as you can see, the town of Garner, just like all the other towns around here, has annexed a bunch of different areas. They came all the way down here to White Oak. They're almost annexed in Auburn, Williams Crossing, and all of that. So you want to be extra aware of where you're looking at when it comes to Garner. Now, right down here near 540, let's jump into this area. This is where actually hundreds of millions of dollars are being pumped into this area. It's very important to know what's going near Lake Wheeler and near Lake Benson. They are building tons and tons of homes here. They are building, this is where the Target went in, just down here. And so they're investing in this corridor, this 401 corridor in between. And Garner, as we said, is really a place you want to look at if you're wanting to get into Raleigh area quickly. Lake Benson's a big, big feature. Look how big this lake is. So dropping you into the map near Lake Benson, you can see how big the properties are. This is definitely an area where you can get a lot of space. So just strolling through a community here, you can see lots of space. There's an offset from the main street. Now, not all homes are like this. They still have those old little brick homes as well. There are a lot of buildings being torn down and new ones being built. As I said, Lake Benson is definitely a big feature coming into the area. It's got beautiful, gazebos and things like that. The town of Garner has put a lot of energy into making this a hot spot, so you get that amenity of water. And so it's definitely very valuable for people. There's a little memorial and again, another shot of the lake. So you do have lake access there, which is beautiful and needed. And quite frankly, they have tried to make this a place that is a really great spot for people. This is South Garner here, right? Here's the high school, South Garner High. You've got townhomes in this area. You've got homes, you got little old brick homes that'll sell, around the 400, maybe 350 price range. Be ready for some repairs on those. Or you can buy a brand new townhome for around $320,000. I wouldn't say brand new, but within the last couple of years, I have investors who've bought in the area. I have friends who live in the area. Again, you want to know which area you are buying in. And if you're looking in this serious downtown Garner area, well, yeah, be ready for, mixed neighborhoods, quite frankly. But as you start to get outside of Garner, and we can guide you through some of these exterior neighborhoods, it's always good to take a really conscious look at the neighborhood you're going to be spending your time in to be able to decide if it's for you. So that's a little look at Garner. Next up, we're going to look at a town that's more outside of the city, but if you're looking for a value that is in an area that's expanding rapidly, that's the place you want to go. It's called Clayton. Don't miss this next one, because Clayton is the lowest priced suburb we're going to talk about today. And why you don't want to miss it is because of what's expanding there, what's coming. I would say this is the value forward neighborhood and development if you're thinking about the future and a long-term place to settle in. Clayton is the first place that we're talking about that steps outside of the Wake County area, with of course the exception of the bottom of Fuquay-Varina is in Arnett. We're now talking about Johnston County. Johnston County has different tax rates, all of those things from Wake, different school system, but the bargain is here. And this is for people who are wanting to maybe get into their first time home. They really can't afford that 500 price point or 600 price point. They're wanting to get a nice home with some land, and they don't need to be close to the city. So if you're open-minded to a 30-minute drive to Raleigh, then this might be the place for you. Clayton, I went to the Clayton downtown, and I'm gonna show you some B-roll of it. I thought it was awesome. We actually visited there with my family because there was a sleigh ride during the Christmas time. I went on a separate time and looked at the little bars. There's a music venue down there. There is one of the coolest vintage cocktail lounges I've ever seen. And I've been to all the major cities. This place felt like a speakeasy, but you could walk right in the front door. The bartenders were fantastic. The wall was stacked with high quality spirits all the way up to the ceiling. Vintage chairs. I mean, it's the type of place you just wanted to sit and hang out in. So we'll show you some pictures of that. So for a small town with a little downtown, I mean, really it's probably about 4 blocks long. It packs a lot into this area, and there's a lot more even coming. They've got a community garden where people go and grow their own vegetables and fruits. They have some great restaurants, a wedding venue down there, and they have a brewery that is expanding by the minute. So just like those other towns we talked about, Fuquay-Varina has a big brewery that's just opened up. They've got a little brewery that's getting there, okay? So let's just say Clayton has a little brewery that's expanding as well. So when these businesses start to invest in the area, everything kind of starts to come up around it. Also, you've got brand new developments by a company called River Wild. They're building hundreds of homes down there, brand new homes priced under $400,000. I mean, if you're looking for something where, if it fits for your lifestyle, you're really actually getting a bargain down there. What you have to be ready for is the commute. Let's talk about that right away and show you where Clayton sits. All right, so jumping over to the map, here is where Clayton is located. It's down here in the corner. Now, you might think to yourself, well, Fuquay-Varina looks like it's just as far, and technically it is just as far. It's about 18 miles from downtown Raleigh. So the distance is not that big of a difference, but 401, which runs straight into the heart of Raleigh, turns into Fayetteville Road up here, and US 70 are very different freeways. So 70 is definitely a smaller size and gets more traffic jams than 401 does. As you notice, Garner sits here in between. Garner is kind of like the lucky town that got close to Raleigh and is able to expand rapidly. Clayton is a bit farther out, but here's something that people miss when they look at Clayton. They miss the fact that Clayton is now 45 minutes or so from the Research Triangle Park. Let's be honest, it's a 45-minute drive to Cary because you have to either go all the way around 540 and come into Cary from the outside, or 540 US 1 up to Cary. Now, why do I mention Cary? A lot of people like to go to downtown Cary. The park is a $64 million park with events and great stuff for kids to do. If you haven't checked that out, go to our channel after you're done with this video and check out the Cary Park, but it's very easy to find out why it's so attractive. So Clayton sits pretty far out. As of this video, 540 freeway has not been connected through here, which makes access a little harder. So you're having to go out to these smaller highways. Now that's gonna happen, and I believe it's going to happen in 2027, but until this 540 is connected, you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere. You're separated out because of the size of the highways. So if the 20-minute or 30-minute commute doesn't bother you, you're not worried being a little bit further out. Let me show you why this area is expanding. These are the builders that are building in Clayton, okay? Including some big names like D.R. Horton, Mattamy Homes, Del Webb. Also, you've got what's called True Homes. There's no graphic there, but True Homes is a local builder. Personally, I like them a lot. I think their quality level is really good. And then you've got River Wild Homes, I think I had mentioned before. They actually are the ones that feature that $325,000 house, not a townhouse. Yeah, you've got HOA fees, but you're in a community, walking trails, a pool, all the stuff. So if you're pretty much a homebody and you want to stay home, you're not needing to get out and about and party in downtown and all that, then that's a great option for you. Now wait, before you decide Clayton's not the place for you and click off this video, let me show you the price comparison of homes so you know exactly what you're going to save. When you're going from downtown Raleigh to here, it could be a big savings and you don't want to miss out on that. Before we get you to the numbers and I talk about what the affordability looks like between these three towns, we're going to show you the housing numbers. Let me tell you a quick story. I had a phone call from a client recently. They had moved to Raleigh 3 years ago and they wanted to sell their house. I said, 3 years? You've hardly even been in the area. Why are you moving? They said, we don't like the area that we're in. They had chosen a neighborhood that just didn't work for their lifestyle and they were selling and probably not making a lot of profit on that house because they had only owned it for a few years. Don't make this mistake. What happens next, if you're really seriously considering a move here, is you get in touch with us and we walk you through the areas that'll work for you. We help you locate what's going to work for your family, what's going to work for your commute, your drive, and your budget. All of that together will lower your stress level and help the relocation process go smoothly. I did it so I can help you avoid the pitfalls. So what happens next is call, text, or email us. We will get back to you and we will arrange for a quick call so that we can find out what your needs are and find a great location for your family. All right, you waited around. Let's get to the numbers. All right, guys, so here's where the comparison value comes in. We've talked about 3 towns outside of Raleigh. Yes, we talked about commute time. Fuquay-Varina being a little closer to Apex and Cary Research Triangle. Garner being closer to everything. It's only a few miles from downtown Raleigh and all the belt lines. Clayton being further out in the middle of nowhere, but a much bigger bargain, as you're about to see. So here you can see on this graphic, Fuquay-Varina median home price is $435,000. Now, for those of you who don't know what that term means, median means as many homes sold above $435,000 as below $435,000. So it's a measuring point that we like to use to talk about pricing in the area. Next up is Garner, $414,000. Okay, so your price per square foot goes down quite a bit there, but price per square foot is relative for a lot of different reasons. And again, we've got on the graphic, it's only 8 miles from downtown. So you're a lot closer to everything and you're still getting a good deal. Next up is the bargain, which is Clayton. And Clayton is at $336,000 median home price. It's still a bargain down there in Clayton. As long as you don't feel like you need to be in the middle of the action, you don't mind doing some driving. There are stores coming into the area. There's more development there. When you're looking at Clayton, what are the sacrifices you're going to need to make? Well, let's talk about those 2 big stores we mentioned a lot. Costco is a good 20-minute drive away over. You're basically going back over near Garner, and there is no Target in the area. So you're going back over towards the city, heading back up US 70 and getting up into that area to be able to get into some of your major shopping. If you can do that shopping trip maybe once a week and that doesn't bother you, this place is a great fit and it will save you money on your housing price. Investigate Clayton carefully before you move there. Talk with a local agent here because you don't want to choose the wrong area in Clayton and regret it. We do this every day with our clients, and that's why if you're getting close to where you're thinking about moving into the area, contact us for more information. We're going to put that information on the screen. Email, text, or call, day or night, we've got your back. And on the weekends, yep, we work on the weekends too. Before you go, I'm going to leave you with a gem that you should jump into right now. That is a playlist right here. It's going to give you all the videos you need to look at before you move to the Raleigh area. It's really easy. I'll see you right over there and I can show you through more of the important things to consider before you get into this area. Thanks, and I'll see you over there.